Okay, in today's video games, people are either going back to playing older games or playing it to balance them out so they won't be bored out of their mind. Uh, Playing older games are fun, it's not a crime. Naysayers need to be quiet. People are excited about 8th generation video game consoles, more likely PS4 than Xbox One and the Nintendo Wii U. There are others have some doubts for what's happened in this generation gaming. The 7th generation have been more negatives than positives in the last 2 years or more. There are two questions need to be answered. What will they bring to the table? And will 8th generation video games be an improvement? I do miss G4 TV channel for two reasons. It was about video games / technology and it was helpful to viewers. Video game magazines were the main source for gamers to get some information like previews, interviews, and reviews. Speaking of reviews, you see people blogging on the gaming websites, giving their opinion about the game. Or you see people on YouTube making video reviews of a particular game to let everybody know if it's worth buying, rent, or avoid it altogether. Stealth video games are challenging and hard. It depends on which gaming series you play, like Splinter Cell, Sly Cooper, or Metal Gear Solid series. Plus, it's slow paced to the point that some players will be turned off and go play something else. Gamers need to understand that certain genres aren't for everybody. I'm not the biggest fan of Japanese RPGs, but I would not bash anybody who love them. There you go. There are more women playing video games now versus years past. Some men don't like the fact that they're playing video games and they want them to go find a new hobby, different hobby. They need to understand that it's not just for us guys anymore. It's for everybody. It's not for kids. It's for everybody. I apologize for repeating myself. And there are some female players out there who are just as good, not if better. My advice is to step your game up or step off. If you can't handle the heat, get out of the kitchen. And my honorable mention of the positives, fighting games. I feel that they do get a bad rap for two reasons. First and foremost, it's butt mashing. There's no strategy, this and that and the other. I can say the same thing with first-person shooters. There's no strategy in it. See? I can be lazy with that too. Or my favorite of them all, they're the same thing every single year. They don't change. Blah, 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 blah. Kingdom Fighters 12 versus Kingdom Fighters 13. Come talk to me. And sports games are notorious for releasing the same thing every single year. So basically, you're paying $60 for a roster update. And do you really want me to go all in on first-person shooter games? Yeah, I didn't think so. EVO tournament. Did anybody watch it last week? Was that butt mashing to you? I'm just saying. Not a particular order in cons, so without further ado, let's go. Females in the video game community, I don't have a problem with them for the most part. There are only two issues I have with them. Number one, they're notorious for being one-dimensional. They're so hell-bent on playing nothing but shooters, and Call of Duty, Halo, and Gears of War. It's like, inject variety into your bloodstream. Do that. It's not contagious. It's not a disease. Just do it. You'll feel so much better. And please, I do not want to hear some female gamers who say, "Oh, you're blasting us. How dare you? We are gamers." No, you're not. You're not gamers if you're constantly playing Call of Duty, Halo, or Gears of War 24/7. Or every time you turn on a video game console. I'm not going to say it one more time. Okay? Number two, I don't care about the sex appeal and cleavage they show for the most part, but you see at least some female gamers on YouTube or Twitch TV, just to get views, and you see a lot of comments that are perverted and disgusting. You're like, oh God. But then again, they knew exactly what they were getting themselves into the second they worn that. I'm not going to tell a woman what they should wear. That's none of my business, but be prepared to get rude, perverted comments. Just be prepared for that. I'm not telling you to hide your beauty or anything. I'm not doing that, but like I said, just be prepared if you're going to do that. Gaming companies, Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, they have done great things in the video game world, let alone the video game industry. And they brought lots of great things in the video game community. I'm forever grateful, but the negatives, it has to be pointed out. It'll be short and sweet. Nintendo, you're stuck in the past. You're milking Mario for all it's worth. You're making kiddie games. You left the hardcore gamers. You better get your stuff together. Shape up or ship out, Nintendo. Sony, don't get cocky. This generation, the big old fat PS3 was the prime example. Looked like a doggone George Foreman grill. Are you for real? In the PSN hacking situation 2 years ago. You don't want me to bring that up. No. Microsoft, yeah, I know they pay to play online. That's stupid, but hey, they've been doing that since the original Xbox console days. What else? The Xbox 360 console being, getting the red ring of death galore. It's just ridiculous. And you don't want me to go into the reveal of Xbox One and the negative backlash, and they still getting it, including that Killer Instinct demonstration, and they got, wow. I'll put the link in the info bar. They got booed horribly bad. So bad, it wasn't even funny. So, Activision, you rely on Call of Duty too much. Capcom, I don't know what's wrong with you. You used to be great. Now you're a form shell of you're not what you used to be. Charging players and with ending DLCs and what was it? Countless versions of Street Fighter and Resident Evil. When Mega Man fans gonna see a brand new game of it? When? 5 years, 10 years, 20 years from now? Shoot, what's wrong with you, Capcom? And oh my goodness, you really had to go there with the Ultra Street Fighter 4. I give up, Capcom. I give up. And EA. Oh, EA, you have done some great things, but oh my goodness, you have done so many things that just it's a head scratcher. Makes you want to punch the wall. Just a lot of negative things you've done over the years. Online Pass is one of them. Mass Effect 3 ending. Dead Space 3. Oh, man. They have so many negative things. I mean, they got a laundry list. I can make a separate video of them. It's unreal. Oh, they got rid of online passes. Ooh. Golf clap, everybody. But guess what? Online passes should never exist in the first place. Common sense, EA. Golly. And now I'm hearing they want to charge gamers $80 for next gen consoles. I hope that is not true. I hope it isn't true. If it is, gamers gonna make some noise real fast. You can bank on that. FPS overall, which is a first person shooter genre, used to be great, used to be, have variety, different shooters. Now it's reduced to Call of Duty clones. Single player of shooters just don't matter unless you're playing Far Cry 3 or BioShock Infinite. Lazy gaming reviews. I'll give you one example. Mortal Kombat 9 for IGN. They gave that game an 8.5 out of 10, while they gave Super Street Fighter 4, Street Fighter 4, Super Street Fighter 4 Arcade Edition a higher score. And you don't want me to get started on a Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Fate of Two Worlds, and Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which that game alone is completely broken to the point it's beyond repair. Capcom don't care about that game. They care more about Street Fighter. Just saying. If you're gonna have somebody review the game, at least know what you're talking about. I am so tired of reading reviews and reading comments. You got people like, this person don't know what he's talking about. This person don't know the genre and ins and outs of it. It's like, that's like me reviewing a JRPG, Japanese RPG game, and I have little to zero knowledge of it, but I give it a bad score. That's irresponsible. That's stupid. That's reckless. You know what I mean? Come on, gaming reviewers, get it together. Pre-order bonus, I don't like it, where you got 5-6 different bonuses that divides gamers, the gaming community. Game of the Year edition, I don't mind, but when you release a game like 5 months ago, then 5 months later, then you release a quote-unquote complete edition, that's a big problem. Naruto Shippuden Ultimate Ninja Storm 3 is a perfect example. And I already said about Ultra Street Fighter 4. So, oh yeah, for EA, at least they did something right with Battlefield 3 Premium Edition. They released it at a $59.99 plus tax price tag. Exclusive license rights, I think it's more about sports. 2K Sports versus EA Sports. I hate the fact that EA Sports has a kung fu grip on NFL. 6th generation console. It was great. You saw variety, you saw competition. Then it went from that to NFL 2K5, well, ESPN NFL 2K5 versus Madden NFL 2005. EA got so scared to the point where they just snatched NFL brand, and the rest is history. I hate it. Needs to be gone from video games. Last but not least, worst grouping video game community. I will say the fighting game community at number 1, first person shooter at number 2, and Sony PS3/PS4 fanboy. So that's how I feel about it. Oh, and a honorable mention, Evo tournament. I like watching it, but what really irritates me is I see a lot of projectile shooting. You know, the throwing fireballs. It's just endless, and it's playing keep away. It's just not fun. It's not strategy. It's just boring to me. It's boring to everybody else. Go all out. Balls to the wall, you know? I'm done with the Is Gaming Still Fun series. That was the final video of the series. Wow. I had a lot of things to say, and I apologize for stumbling. I didn't mean to. So what's your overall thoughts? Get ready for NFC East and South video. Talk to you guys later. Peace to the Middle East.